Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to My Two Cents on It. I'm Gerald, aka My Two Cents on It. Everybody got a show when they give their 2 cents on it, so I said, here, why can't they get my 2 cents on it? And I'm going to get my 2 cents on, a few non-sports topics and the 2024 NBA Finals, which is basically over with. But I'm not doing it alone. I got two guests with me, two of my regular contributors. First, the guy that's been for me from the jump. Mr. Greedy Sports Talk. Sir, how you doing?
I'm marvelous, sir. It's always a pleasure to be on.
All right, yes, sir. And this gentleman here, I've known a few years, and this guy has also played the game of basketball all over the world. Mr. Jason, unapologetic boy. Sir, how you doing?
I'm good, man. You gotta do me a favor, man. You gotta let me give you my new headshot, man. You got my old one up.
Okay, all right, let's send it to me. All right, I will do that. All right. So as usual, we can follow the format how the show goes. Let's get on to it. First, we're gonna start with sports news. And of course, the major story of the week is the passing on Tuesday of NBA Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players of all time, one of the greatest executives of all time, and the man who is the NBA logo, Mr. Jerry West, passed away at the age of 86. I mean, the mark he left on the court and off the court can't be replaced. I mean, he mastered the game on the court and off the court. He's a true legend in every sense of the word. And the NBA and the basketball world would not be the same without him. Mr. West, I tell my captain you for everything you have done for the game of basketball, to the game of basketball. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
And also,
West is a legend. I can't by all rights he should have more chips. I mean, he did everything he could do to win, but he was a great GM.
Oh
Both
yeah.
for Lakers. He built Golden State, helped build Golden State. He had Memphis. He had he had a great career. He's a legend.
the Clippers a little bit. Yeah, you're right. He's been all over. And also in the football world, the Jaguars have signed quarterback Trevor Lawrence to a 5-year deal worth $275 million. Of that, $200 million guaranteed, including $142 million at signing. He also receives a $37.5 million signing bonus. So the $55 million in average salary in Lawrence deal ties him with Joe Burrow for the top mark in that category in the NFL. So obviously the five quarterbacks drafted in 2021, Trevor Lawrence was the best one by far. So he definitely deserves the money, and he will deserve to be the Jaguars franchise quarterback for years to come. So congrats on that deal.
Oh yeah, that yeah. I'm looking
And
forward to that. Getting paid.
yeah, and oh yeah, absolutely. And also, I mean, everybody talking about it, so I guess we get my 2 cents on it too. Candy Clark was not put on the U.S. Women's Olympic basketball team in 2024. I know it was a big brouhaha, but I do believe I'm going to trust the everybody that knows the women's game more than I do. That they say that the women on the team ahead of her are talented and deserve to be on the team. So I believe that Candy's time will come in 2028. But if either of you have any thoughts on that?
You asking me or
um.
you?
Well, you go ahead, Jay. You go ahead, Jay.
No, I want to. Oh, yeah, no, that's cool.
Well,
No, I'll tell you.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Caitlin Clark, look, obviously she's not the best player in the WNBA, but right now her and Angel are the most marketable. So why not put them on? They're going to get more eyes on the games, even if she's not playing that much. It's not about you're trying to push the game to a higher level. You're trying to get the women paid more money. I mean, there's certain things that you do. I mean, Magic Johnson didn't deserve the Finals MVP when he won the first time. Kareem did. But because of marketing, they were like, hey, all right, Kareem's hurt, just let him. I mean, look at Kareem's stats. They blow Magic's away. It's about marketing and building up the league, and they're just making a mistake. I mean, player-wise, I'm not saying she's deserved it play-wise, but sometimes some things that are more important for the league, especially the league you're trying to grow. So I think they're making a big mistake. You know, places where they can make money. The USA jersey. You know how much the her jersey would sell, her USA jersey? What? Are you serious? Men would buy that. They're making a huge mistake. They should definitely have her on the. They could have 5 different USA jerseys for her. I mean, and Angel. They should put both of them on there. Matter of fact, that's what I think. They made a mistake.
Go ahead, Chris.
I don't have too much opinion on it, but I haven't reviewed her stats this year, so I can't say here and there if she deserved to be on the team or not. But I would just trust that the USA women team or USA team making the right decision. Because I can see like if her stats wasn't there or her level of play wasn't there, that she didn't get chosen. And hopefully it wasn't for nothing political, like if they wasn't jealous of her or anything like that, because she's getting a lot of popularity. But I'ma just trust because, like I said, I don't know, her stats compared to the people that's on USA women's team. So that'd be something I have to go back and evaluate. But I'ma just trust they made the right decision. So that's why I'm at with that.
But from the playing in terms of like stats and stuff and what people have done, no, she didn't deserve to be on there. But sometimes it's bigger than that. I mean, she's good enough to, even if she sat at the end of the bench, I mean, played a little bit. I mean, it's bigger than just the game. But yeah, there's just people who deserve to be on there over her. That's not what the argument is really. It's just about marketing the game. There's reasons they did certain things with Magic and Bird. Reason they changed the rules with Michael Jordan. They didn't want people. Michael Jordan was a milk train. They didn't want people hanging on him and fouling him hard. They got rid of that. And he did the same thing for Caitlin and also the other young lady I mentioned. It's a money mistake. I'm not saying play wise, sure. Other women deserve to be on there, but that's merchandising, marketing. And the president. It's not like he would be setting a new president. Other women, have come in and been on the Olympic team right away. And she's.
But you know what, Jay? I would give you red. She is very marketable. And what I get from her, she's like the Steph Curry. She's like the Steph Curry of women's basketball. The way she came in from a college. Her college performance, her college career. She's looked at as the woman version of Steph Curry.
Okay, so I'll say this right here. I don't know much about the women's game, but I do know a little bit. And I'm looking at the roster, and I know a lot of the ladies that are on the team. I do know Brittany Griner, who is one of the most who's one of the most dominant players in the game. I do know Sabrina Ionescu. She competed against Steph Curry in the 3-point challenge in the All-Star weekend. She's well known. I do know Kelsey Plum. I mean, her soon-to-be ex-husband, Darren Waller, was so devastated losing her. He just retired. Made a song about her and then retired. I do know Brianna Stewart. I know Diana Taurasi. She's old as all the what, but she's still good. Asia Wilson. They're trying to make her the face of the league. She's good. I do know Alyssa Thomas. Also on the team, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray, and Kalia Cooper, and Napasia Collier. So all these ladies I do know are good in some form of fashion. So I do believe that Kayla will be on the team pretty sure in 2028. So Kayla's time will come. They're trying not to give her too much too soon. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, let me ask you this question. Then let me ask. So who was better in 1992? Larry Bird or Dominique Wilkins?
Yeah,
Dominique was Larry Bird's back was pretty much out at that point.
Yeah, I think it was Dominique Wilkins because then Larry Bird started getting them injuries in the 90s.
Yeah, Dominique was the better. Dominique was the better player at that point. But why was Larry on the Olympic team?
because they wanted to
Magic
sell.
Johnson was out for the whole year.
They wanted to sell. They wanted to sell American basketball to the world.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
But that's the
exactly.
thing. Yeah, but that's 92, Jay. That's 92. That's 92. We're 2024. The whole world plays basketball now. So you're gonna do that now than you did back then.
But
the whole world knows basketball now.
Right.
The whole world knows basketball now.
Not women wise, and she has a huge following. There's a reason why Bird made it then. It's a reason why Magic made it then. It was all about money, cash, marketing. It's the same way now. It's even bigger now. Yeah. It was a huge mistake. It was a bad business move. It was a fine basketball move, a terrible business move. Terrible. Awful. Oh.
Both could be true. Both could be true.
It's terrible.
Both could be true, but I'm gonna buy a say they want to give her too much too soon.
Yeah, you know, Joe, that's what I believe too. You know what I'm saying? They won't give it.
Did Christian Laettner get too much too soon?
Well, they wanted at least one cosplay on there. It was going to be either him or Shaq, and they chose him. So,
but I mean, did he get too much too soon?
He got a medal.
Who was
Christian Laettner?
Christian Laettner. He didn't deserve to be on the Olympic team.
Well, they wanted one cosplayer. They wanted one cosplayer on there. That's why they wanted one cosplayer on there. And that's why he was chosen.
That's true, but Shaq was. I mean, Christian had a better career, but Shaq was the more dominant player. And then they couldn't really have Shaq on there because if Shaq got on there, then Patrick Ewing and David Robinson would have lost a lot of minutes from the jump. He would have been in practice embarrassing them a little bit. I'm not saying they wouldn't score too, but he would take minutes away from them.
Yeah, I think that because Christian Laettner had just led Duke to the national championship for the second time. He won in 91 and 92, so that's why he was probably chosen over Shaq. Because he had two national championships.
But they talk about Caitlin Clark, not on sports radio, not on ESPN, not on YouTube sports stuff. Yeah. They talk about Caitlin Clark on regular shows. Come on.
Jay, you're right. Jay, you're right. But see, the thing is, you're right, Jay, but the women feel a certain way. Remember last year, they was all upset about us suggesting that they lower the rim so they could dunk more. They were upset about that. So now they're upset about Caitlin Clark. So the ladies, they kind of, like ladies, they feel a certain way about things. They feel a certain way about Caitlin Clark. They feel a certain way about being told how to play. So, they just feel we should watch them. We should accept it, which, is the case. Both could be true, but I believe, they try to humble Caitlin Clark, and they're trying to just, put on the game that they feel should be best.
So do you think Laettner should have made the Olympic team in 92 or no?
I want to show those all NBA players, but they wanted one college player. So, that was the rule.
Yeah.
And they put other women college players in who haven't done anything here in terms of publicity the same way, and they're the same level of players as Caitlin Clark. I'm not saying this isn't something new. Like do it. This is not the first time they've done it. The first one, I think, Rebecca Lobo, her first year out of UConn, she was on the Olympic team. She's a great player. Lobo's a great player. I love Rebecca Lobo. UConn, I love her. But, in terms of popularity, she wasn't as popular as – and they're the same level of player. They're both college stars.
Well, that's the thing. Caitlin Clark has brought so much publicity, so much eyes to the WNBA that never been seen before. I've never watched as much WNBA as I have this season. That's due to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I've never watched as much, so I will give ladies credit for that. Before this season, I had watched WNBA about like 10 years, so I'm coming around to it now. So I'm coming around to it, thanks to this. So thanks to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. So I guess, it's just the people that's already been there, the people that's been watching since the beginning and haven't stopped watching. I want to take their word for it. I mean, somebody who just come in and start watching, and what they see, and what they say the reason why she didn't make it, because they know all the ladies that's on the team. They know they would say all the ladies on the team are pretty good, and they asked the question, who would they take off to put Caitlin on? Because they say all the ladies are good on the team. I know some of them.
No,
already.
There's no question. Caitlin Clark, everyone who's on the team deserves to be on the team. I'm not, like I said, from the basketball point of view, it's fine. They could have had her on or had her off. That's neither here nor there.
Well, like I said, she'll make it to 2028. They just try to humble her. They just, want to make sure she isn't, giving the world too soon. I guess just like in '85 when Jordan put the freeze out, they want to humble Jordan, make sure he didn't, get a big head too soon. I guess they do the same way with Caitlyn in this way.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see that approach. Yeah.
Yeah, so and also the last of the sports news, I guess being fired by Skip Bayless was the best thing for Shannon Sharp. His podcast, uh, Nightcap is doing good, either with Ocho Cinco or Gilbert Arenas.
Oh yeah,
And his
that's a funny.
podcast, Club Shay Shay, is killing, with especially with Cat Williams. And of course, on Monday and Tuesdays, he's a contributor on First Take. So now ESPN has resigned him to a big deal. So Uncle
Oh,
Shannon
I didn't know
is,
that. Oh, wow.
Uncle Shannon is winning, and at the same
That's a good one.
time, the man who brought him in, the man to find him, the man who thought he was bigger, Skip Bayless, maybe on the verge of retirement because Undisputed is really doing bad ratings. So Skip may be forced to retirement sooner than we think.
Ooh, we. But
And
you know
Make it,
what? That makes sense because the Uncle Shay Shay character he had, where he come out with the do rag on and the black and miles.
yeah,
He come out with the every time LeBron have a great game, he come with the goat
yeah,
mask. I
yeah,
ain't gonna lie, man.
yeah,
That stuff was funny. That stuff was funny.
yeah. Skip a
I,
mistaken. No, go ahead, Jay.
I mean, I love his show. His show's good. Not the interview one that some of them I watch, some of them I won't. I watch the Cat Williams one, but I like the what's the late night one called? I'm forgetting the name of it. Him and Chad Ochocinco.
Nightcap.
Nightcap.
Yeah,
Yep,
Nightcap.
nightcap.
I like Nightcap. I do like Nightcap a lot, but Chad just be chatting sometimes, man. He says stuff that's not true. Like he chats when he talks about the NBA. I love Ocho Cinco. I love him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's my boy. He's cool. I want him to make his, but sometimes he just says stuff that is just not correct. More often than other people.
That's why on Wednesdays he has giving the readers on there. So that's why he has somebody that knows basketball who's
But I like
playing
Chad.
the game.
I want Chad to be on there. Don't get me wrong. I want him to be on there. I like him.
Yeah.
I want Uncle Shay Shay to correct him sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, he could. And also we got a few non-sports tours. It's just a few. Just a few things going on in the non-sports world. And just what's your first thought on it? First thing, Stephen A. Smith, he always has an opinion on something. And his opinion is he can't really get down with the new Bad Boys movie until Will Smith gives the black community an apology for the slap on Chris Rock 2 years ago at the 2022 Oscars. So what is your thoughts on it? Your quick and first thoughts on it?
I mean, that's his personal opinion. He has a right to opinion. But that's something that's between Chris Rock and Will Smith. That has nothing to do with enjoying the movie. Because it's more than Will Smith in that movie. You got Martin Lawrence. You got other major players in that movie. You know what I'm saying? So if he don't want to watch it, he don't have to watch it. But you can't subject us to not watch it either because Chris Rock got slapped. And it was done, like you said, it was 2 years ago. It was done is done. Chris Rock made a joke about it, he moved on. Will Smith moved on, I don't know what to say really about that, I haven't seen it. I'm going to watch it.
Go ahead, Jay.
I mean, I don't know what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. It happened 2 years ago. Don't know what Will did was wrong. Don't get me wrong. But Will apologized to Chris Rock, as far as I know. He apologized to his wife. He apologized, I believe, to his family. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you have to forgive him. You You don't have to like him. You don't have to like him. I don't care if you go see the movie or not. If that makes you not want to go see the movie because what he did was embarrassing, fine. I don't care. Like, that's fine. But he doesn't freaking need to apologize to the black community. That's crazy talk. What are you talking about? He already. How does he owe me an apology? He doesn't owe me an apology. I don't think he owes you guys an apology either. What he did was wrong. He didn't do anything that would make. No, Stephen A. Smith. I think Stephen A. Smith is wrong. Like, whether you want to go watch his movies or not, that's up to you. I don't care. I mean, if you think
right
to watch a movie, cool. If you don't think that's fine, cool. But in terms of Stephen A. Smith, 2 years later being saying that he needs to apologize to the black community, I mean, maybe if he said it with why it was going down, but I mean, I'm sure Will feels bad enough that he did to begin with. At this point, you know what I mean? So. And he was going through some stuff too. I mean, I blame Jada. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We all blame Jada. Yes, we all blame him for the issues. I agree.
Come on, man. No one wants to hear all that. I don't care who you are.
Yeah,
from your girl, from your woman. I'd rather just not know. Like, really? Nah. That's crazy.
Man, that red table thing was wild, man. That was wild.
It's so uncomfortable. I know what happened in it, but I have never actually watched the whole thing because it's uncomfortable. That's whack what she did. Like, I don't even want to watch it. I can't watch it. It's so uncomfortable to me. Like, I feel so bad. Ugh.
I messed with the son's friend. How do you feel about that? What you mean? How I feel about that?
yeah, y'all both right. I think. I think we should apologize for being married to a woman who constantly disrespects him and is in love with a man that's been past almost 30 years of Tupac. I think we owe some self-apology for that, more than owes the black community apology for slapping on Chris Rock.
Man, she must have something. And I heard this. This isn't my original thought, but I agree with it. She must have something on him. She must have something on him that
she
they
must.
Need to stay married money-wise.
She must. I don't care if she can have. My self-respect, my dignity, my peace of mind ain't worth the crap that she puts me through. That's my peace.
Right.
Peace of mind to me, self-respect and dignity is priceless. My peace.
That's paramount. That's paramount.
I agree with you.
Priceless.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all heard this, but LaShawn McCoy lived up to his nickname Shady and what he did to the kid Baby Matumbo. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I'm gonna play it. Fair use, by the way. Fair use.
I don't think I heard about that one.
No, I heard about it. Because Shady went to Pitt, so I always followed him when he was at the University of Pittsburgh, and then he became an Eagle, so I followed him. But yeah, I heard he hollered at Matumbo's girl.
No, Matumbo's side chick. Matumbo's side chick. He was a Josh Snitches.
What's that? Say it again. What McCoy he hollered at his side chick? How many years ago was it? It wasn't recently, correct? Am I cutting out? Am I cutting out?
I know. I still hear you, Gerald. You still hear him?
Huh?
Can you hear me, Gerald?
Yeah, good.
Well, you're saying he hollered at her side chick, at his side chick?
Yes.
I thought it was. What are the details? I don't know the details. I just know that part.
That's why I was playing. That's why I was playing the video so I could hear. What was going on. Could y'all hear?
Oh, you were playing the video. I didn't see it pop up.
Yeah. No. I can't pop it up, but I was playing so I could hear it. I'll go back to the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. From the beginning. And fair use, by the way.
Can't hear anything.
Me either.
on the live stream, you can't put up the clip. You just can run the audio. Well, I believe, as far as I know, the only thing that I heard is he hollered at a side chick at some point in time, and the side chick went on a private plane, and Shady was like, "Nah, you should stay with him because he's flying you private everywhere." Something to that effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so basically, LaShawn McCoy just revealed that Dikembe Mutombo, is taking his side chick to France on shopping sprees. Dikembe Mutombo has been married for 28 years. So basically, Shady just Dirty Mac, aka Dry Snitch on Dikembe, put his marriage at risk due to him playing hate.
Wow.
I mean, 28 years. You think though? You think Annie's what country is Mutombo from?
I think Congo, if I'm not certain.
Who's he married to? I mean, is it? I mean, it might just be like his wife might already know, or at least like he cheated like 20. Because it was
Well, that's not the point. Well, that's not the point. The point is,
it was when Shady played for the Eagles.
No. So, Shady, years ago. But the point is, you don't like tell another man's business because you hating on him. That's just out of pocket and out of line. Like I wouldn't tell your business. I'm gonna tell your business. That's your business. I think he's for him just hating because Mutombo had this woman. He was just hating. He was just dead ass wrong and out of pocket.
I thought he was giving Mutombo props. Like he thought he was giving him like he was up in Mutombo. He was saying, "Yeah, you should stay with him."
No.
He was trying to give Mutombo.
He was really hating. Because Mutombo was taking the woman to France. He would take the woman to France. And also, he was wrong for telling that man's business. I don't know if you know Mutombo married or not, but he was still
Mutombo married. Did he start talking to her and he knew Mutombo's woman? Oh.
I don't know if he knew Mutombo married or not, but he was still. He told names. Oh. Like you don't tell names. Like the story like that. Like you just say she was dating a NBA Hall of Famer. She was dating a former NBA player. You can say that. Don't name names. That's another reason he was dead as wrong out of pocket. Naming names. Put Mutombo on Front Street like that.
I get that.
Now, straight dry snitching.
And now if his wife know or don't know, he gotta have a talk with his wife and the side chick, make it cut off.
You think he did it spitefully?
Yes.
I agree with
probably
you.
So Mutombo's wife can come down on him, but Mutombo can get rid of the side chick. He can come back around and try to get the side chick down since Mutombo cut off, he can come in. She can, go with him.
10 years later?
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it was wrong because he put that man's business on Front Street. He put his marriage at risk. This is my opinion. And, this, like, playing hate, just stitching ain't cool because I don't do it to another man. What's him for him and what's for me, for me. That's my opinion. That's why I don't hear another man, what he got with women and money, nothing like that, because that's his and what's mine is mine. And Shady was dead as wrong. He did it to his nickname. He was Shady for that.
Yeah, he causing all kind of conflict within his own marriage.
Mutombo's marriage. Really
it's
not
hard
his.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's causing conflict within Dikembe Mutombo's marriage.
Yeah. So that was now Dikembe got to go back to his wife. What's going on, Jay? What's problem?
So wait. We need I just need a timeline. I didn't know. Did this happen when he was with the Eagles?
He said 8 years ago.
Makes a difference.
He said 8 years ago. This was like 2016.
Yeah.
So hold on. You're saying in 2016, Shady hollered at Mutombo's side.
When he didn't know that, he didn't know that. So now, when she told him, that's that's what happened because he
But you
takes her to
think
France.
8 years later? I mean, I get if he was being spiteful, but like 8 years later, he's being spiteful.
He was playing hating because he told Matumbo's business. And he had a right doing it. He should.
Right, he definitely shouldn't have shown Matumbo's business. But I think
name names. Name names. And hate on the fact, and then another man got his woman that you don't do anything. He was
Right.
playing hating and try snitch. That's what he was doing.
Has he said anything about it after? Did he say sorry?
No, but basically now Matumbo, has to play to his wife while he's taking some woman to France on shopping sprees. I'm pretty sure she's heard about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is what's going on. That story took more than I thought. I guess.
I didn't know if you were going through the stories and then we were going back to the ones that I would have waited. I didn't know.
Look, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I didn't know if you were going through all the stories and then we were going to go back to cover them or.
No, we're just gonna do a few sports stories when we get to the NBA Finals talk. We're just gonna give our quick thoughts and move on to it.
And I like the non-sports stories.
So also Umar Johnson, you always know Umar got something on his mind. He's mad at Vanessa Bryant for not giving Kobe's parents any of the money that Kobe left her. He feels that Vanessa is dead wrong. He said even if they don't talk, even if they don't talk, Vanessa Kobe's parents, which they don't, she should at least still give him some money because they gave birth to him and they're struggling. So so he said she should give him at least maybe $5 million, $10 million to be done with. And don't come back for no more. What are your thoughts about that?
I would say about I think I heard a story about the other day. Another YouTuber was speaking about Ticket TV. He was speaking about about that story, and one thing I do say about that is like just for a trip down history. Then Kobe had issues with his parents. And as far as like his father and everything, when he's coming into the league and everything.
It kind of actually started when he dated Vanessa. His parents were telling him first don't get too serious with Vanessa, and then when he told them he's married Vanessa, they said maybe we should think about it, maybe don't do it. So they didn't. So they didn't attend to win. So so they somehow reconciled, and then I guess they fell out again when Kobe was alive over money or something. Then they were selling his memorabilia that was at the house without his consent. So he fell out with them over that. Then they stopped talking. So when Kobe was passed, they had talked to the parents in quite a while.
Oh wow! Yeah, I heard about that. They sold one of his rings, right? The championship ring.
They sold something that he had in high school, like an old jersey or something like that. And he was upset about that.
Well, I would say is, Vanessa, she is married to Kobe, but it's like, at the same time, like, if his parents are struggling, for money, it would be nice if you can help them. You don't have to, but it'd be nice if you can help them. So that's kind of like a gray area situation to me. Being that the way I was raised, I was taught to respect your parents. You know what I'm saying? Your mom and your father, and all that stuff. So I think the fact that Vanessa probably, I'm trying to go through her thought process. She probably thought because Kobe had issues with his own family, his own parents, his father or whatnot, or his mom. Do you even have issue with his mom? I'm not clear on that. I just knew about the issue with his father.
Both parents didn't tend to win.
Okay.
Both parents felt the same way. Yeah.
Okay. And so through Vanessa mind, she probably thinking like, well, he had issues with his parents when he was alive, so why I'm gonna do anything to help them, And Dr. Umar, correct me if I'm wrong, he mostly like a pro black content creator.
He's a pro-black so-called activist. He just gets paid just to talk about being all pro-black and staying in the black community. Talk about building a school. He was talking about for the past 12 years the school he ain't built yet, but he getting paid just to go around and talk. This is what he do.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And I also heard, he was trying to build, like you said, schools and everything.
This been 12 years. The school should be built by now. By this point, you should build like about
Exactly,
5 or 10
yeah.
schools by now.
Right, exactly. And I think he had like another video that Ticket Bar where he was talking about Caitlin Clark, how he feels like, she gets unfair what you call it?
Coverage, attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coverage. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, unfair coverage and everything like that. So
Wait, who said she gets unfair coverage?
yeah, well, I don't think so. You know
Umar
what I'm
Johnson
saying?
saying that Caitlin Clark getting unfair coverage, because she's white.
Yeah, that's what he basically
Umar's
saying.
pro-black.
This, but this is the problem. This is the problem because we see all this stuff. Let's because we can flesh this out real easily now. So both sides are using Caitlin Clark as a way to show like these ridiculous things. Someone like Umar Rashid is kind of, or Umar, or Dr.
Umar Johnson.
Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
He's using Caitlin Clark to say, the black women wouldn't have been pushed the same way. And then you have the conservative people saying the more conservative in a different way. They're both conservative, but conservative in a different way. More of the white conservatives using her, and also people like Jason Whitlock saying it's racism against Caitlin Clark. That's why they're being abusive. And you know what? Both sides are full of shit. They're using it to create these things that aren't actually a problem, and they're both doing it, and it's annoying. Like, it's so, like, basically the conservative people are saying, or the people like Jason Whitlock and others are saying, like, they don't like her because she's a straight white woman, and the NBA and the WNBA is all lesbians and they're rough and tough. That's a fake narrative. And I'm not saying there's some not truths in terms of like there being a lot of lesbians in the WNBA, but I don't think they're coming after her because she's a straight woman, and vice versa. With Dr. Umar Rashid is saying that she's being pushed more because she's white. I mean, in the same way that Larry Bird, they use Larry Bird in Magic, but not like some completely unfair way. I mean,
right.
It's an open market. I mean, you saw what she did in college and what she was able to produce in terms of marketing and.
I mean, she deserves it. She deserves it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she does.
Exactly. I can't, Dr. Umar Rashid. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I'm sure there's some things of quality that he said, but overall, nah.
Yeah.
I can't really rock with him totally. He's says things that just don't make any sense. I hate that. I hate when people say things and when you can even prove it, but then they just kind of jump all over the place to avoid taking accountability for what they say and how they say things.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. They definitely doing some clickbaiting. Try to get the views up, get the views up wherever it is, But going back to that, the whole Vanessa and with Kobe Bryant parents thing, you know what I'm saying? So, to me that's a bit of a gray area, you know what I'm saying? And now if that was me, I'm saying if that was me, I would, if I knew Kobe Bryant's parents were struggling, I'd try to help them. But she don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, so Jay, I'm sorry to cut you off. So Jay, what are your thoughts about Kobe parents, Vanessa, the situation, and what Dr. Umar is saying?
I mean, I think Dr. Umar, he doesn't know what actually happened. We don't know the situation with the relationship totally with the parents. Maybe the parents did something very rotten to Kobe and Vanessa, and they just don't rock. I mean, there's other people in the world that don't rock with their parents anymore. There's a lot. We don't know what happened. There's lots of things that happen in families that are crazy that you don't. We have no idea. So if you don't really know what happened, now if he said, hey, look, if nothing happened and they always had a good relationship and she didn't give him money, then sure, that's fine. But they could have been. Like, I'm talking about anything. We don't know what happened. So there's a reason they don't get along, and maybe it's a good one. But who knows? Because we have no idea. Neither does
Right.
so we should probably just be quiet.
Yeah, you're right about that. I guess my final thoughts are, yeah, you are right. Vanessa does have all of Kobe's money, and then she won the lawsuit when they showed the pictures of Kobe and Gianna after the accident at the scene. So she won a lawsuit against
Yes.
the
Yes.
LA County. So she has close to $1 billion. So, so I can see Dr. Umar is saying that she can just give him a few million to be done with him for good if they're struggling like that. But at the same time, she don't have to. So this is a
Yeah.
woman. This is a woman that fell out with her mother because her mother was trying to steal from her, so she cut off her own mother. So cut off Kobe's parents ain't no thing to her. So this, as a woman who lost her husband and daughter, I'm not gonna blame Vanessa. You know what I'm saying? She was in a peace. People who are not in her corner trust the apartment. I feel the same way, and I feel that I'm sure Vanessa feels a certain way too. So I guess just I'm saying this between Vanessa's parents. I'm sorry. Kobe's parents and Vanessa. I guess they gotta have a talk about it behind the scenes, in private one day. If they make up one day, if they don't, I guess it's none of my business are concerned.
Yeah, Dr. Umar touched on a very gray area. That's why I said it's a gray area to begin with.
Yeah, you're right about that. Also this week, I don't know if y'all watch Power, the Power series and
Oh
Power
yeah.
book number 2. Michael Randy Jr., aka Tyreek, he was on a podcast. He was on there with some streamer. And the streamer got a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of friends and family members in there. And Tyreek was Michael Randy Jr. was in there with him. And the streamer's sister popped up. I guess a young woman, early 20s or something. So she came in and walked up to Michael Randy Jr. and just grabbed his package.
Wow.
And he was clearly uncomfortable by the situation. He spoke out about it a few days ago. Said the situation is still traumatizing to him. So the streamer at first, he really, first physical system. After he said after watching the video, he came out harsh on the system and said he gonna keep his streams more clean and have less people in the streams from now on. So. This my 2 questions are: what are your thoughts on it? And second, should he press charges on the sister for assault?
I don't get what happened. The sister came in the studio when they were doing a podcast.
It's like a stream. It's like a stream. He's this guy.
He's on live stream.
Yeah, I think his name is Tata. He's one of the big streamers, and he had a whole bunch of people there. And Tata's sister was one of the people in there. She's one of them to Michael Randy Jr. just grabbed his package.
Okay. Let's go well by law. Because I know. What the law is. He has the right to press charges if he felt like he's put in an uncomfortable situation or unwanted situation. That'd be called sexual harassment, right? By definition.
Yeah, it was assault. Sexual assault. What she
did?
Yeah, yes.
Sexual harassment, sexual assault. Yeah, it falls along the lines, but you know how the men's society gonna laugh about this. You press charges on a female, but I don't want to touch too much there, but that's the type of some part of society thinking that, like a man, they say, why would you press charges on a female? But in contrast, if they happen to a female, it'd be okay for a press charges. So to me, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Right is right, wrong is wrong. It don't matter the gender.
I agree. I'm gonna say this right here. I guess I'm thinking about these high school teachers. Well, female high school teachers that sleep with these boys and get a slap on the wrist. It all started with Mary Kayla Turner when she had 2 kids with Billy for Low 5. And she really didn't get much jail time. She had a few years, but she didn't get much jail time. And ever since then, all these female teachers sleep with these boys and slap on the wrist to get probation. They get maybe 30 days in jail, a few months in jail. Then we don't get no serious time. But let it be a man. See, with a female student, he would get 10 to 20 years. He would get 30 years. The book thrown at him. But the female teachers don't get no time. So that's where the president comes from. Hold on, Jay.
I know it seems crazy, but I mean, I think it's totally different with not every guy, but some guys. Like you could be a 16-year-old dude, and I'm not saying they should. I mean, the teacher should not do this. It's not right. It's wrong. But if you could be 16 years old, not every 16-year-old, and you could hook up with your 27-year-old teacher, and I'm not saying it's right, it's wrong, but as a 16-year-old, I don't think that would affect me forever and damage me and make me go crazy. I think
some of them,
but I did it. I won. Like,
yeah.
Then it depends on how sexy she is.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, it depends on how attractive she is too.
We gotta realize too, the mental and emotional damage may not be revealed then, but it's gonna be revealed later. It was a situation
some guys
can't handle too.
I don't know that I necessarily when I was that age, I could handle it. I could not. I said that I spoke too soon. I was not maybe mature enough to handle that. But there are other guys who are older who had more worldly experience at the age 16 that could handle it, I think. But whatever. I mean, I think now I think if you do it again, you should like get a crazy amount of time. Well, whatever. Nah, let me stop. Let me just stop where I am. I digress.
Yeah, so basically it's just a double standard. That's why she felt she had the right. She felt she had the blockade, so to speak, to just go up to him and grab his package like that. But she was dead ass wrong because this is not your man. This is somebody you don't even know. And other than that, this is also no celebrity. For her to feel she was so bold enough to grab a celebrity and do this on a live stream, it just shows that women feel so entitled they can do whatever to a man and get away with it, even if he is famous.
Exactly.
It's this double standard. It's this double standard that women can feel they can touch us wherever. They can touch us on the face, the butt, the groin. But if we touch them, say for example, we touch them anywhere, they can just yell assault. They can call police. They can say he assaulted me, he raped me,
right?
And man, we placed behind bars. So this is a double standard, and I would like. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, these days you have to ask. When I was younger, you didn't have if I was going to go in and kiss a woman, I would just go do it. These days you have to ask, bro.
Me
if
too.
You don't ask,
yes.
You might end up locked up.
Yes.
Me too. Movement come and get you.
What I do is with a woman, I let her lead. I go as far as she wants to go. I don't go any further than that. So she'll let me know how far she wants to go. I follow her lead. Before the man leave, now the woman has to leave because if you go as far as the woman wants you to do, you end up in jail before you do it. And I ain't got time to be in jail with Big Bubba.
Me either. Right? You know, it's just like if I buy a lady over my house, you know what I'm saying? Back when I was growing up, if a lady came to the house, that's indication that, she want to get physical with you. But, what I do now, I'm like you, I just say, like, if they don't initiate nothing, I don't do nothing.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever been, really hit by a woman, like for real?
Yes.
You said hit by a woman?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Yes.
I have.
Yes. My late wife hit me a few times. Yes. Yes. So I didn't hit her back because I ain't trying to be in jail, so I ain't got time for that.
Right. Oh,
so but I would like I said, Michael Brady Jr. to press charges to set a precedent to show women that it's not okay for you to do that to us, even though if we do that to you, we be in jail so fast like our heads spin. So he should set a precedent. And also set an example for guys too, because guys do go through that. Guys are sexually harassed, and they don't say anything because they feel that we made fun of. They be called gay. They be called weak if they, if they be called a joke if they made fun of for feeling that a woman sexually assaulted them in a way because they feel that the man should be lucky.
Oh, yep. You hit a good point that I was trying to say earlier about. The other parts of society that they would say like, oh man, you gonna press charges on a woman?
Yeah, like really? You gonna press charges on? She grabs your jump. You should be happy she grabs your jump. So I just think she was out of pocket. I mean, Michael Brady Jr. I don't think he's gay, but he even still as a person, even single, seeing somebody else. That's not your man. Don't grab his junk like that. So if the guy's your man, don't grab his junk. Baby daddy, don't grab his junk like that. You mean?
Would you press charges if your girlfriend punched you in the face or grabbed your? Would you press charges against her if she hit you in the private area?
Well, but not my girlfriend, but to him, this woman is a stranger. This woman is not his girlfriend. This is just some stranger. This woman he just met doing this to him. So that's why the president needs to be set. She felt so bold. She could do that as a woman to a man, and she could do that.
Was he hitting on him or trying to hurt him?
No. She grabbed him like in a sexual way. She grabbed him in a sexual way.
Well, it's just a touching period. She
touched him without his consent. She just grabbed him without his consent. That's the point.
Yeah.
So if you weren't married, if you guys weren't married or had a girlfriend, whatever, you're totally single, and a girl comes up and tries to talk to you and lays her hand right on your crotch, you're going to feel. And say she just thinks she's okay looking. You're going to be real upset about that. You're going to call
Jay, I'm gonna speak for myself. Okay, for me, I gotta be attracted to her first of all. if I'm not attracted to her, use hideous to try and grab my crown. Like, no.
But are you gonna call the police?
No, I want to get that for. I'll get one say don't do it again. I just tell don't do it again. If she keep on doing it, then I have to do some legal action because you really harassing me. You know what I'm saying? You making me uncomfortable. But it just depends. How I'm feeling at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's attractive and if I'm welcome to the physical touching and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Then it's okay. But if I don't like you like that, and I'm not feeling like that, I give you a warning, you still do it. Yeah, I'm press charges. You doing too much. You doing too much.
I'm greedy. Like we have to be in that space. As a man and woman that's involved with each other, for you to grab me like that, and then and if we're not in that space, if you grab me without my consent. Yeah, like I said, we'll let you know. Say don't do that no more. If you continue to do that, yes, I will call 911 and put you behind bars, put you at least in jail, and press full charges. Because now you assault me because I told you don't touch me, and you continue to do it. Yeah,
I agree. If she kept on doing it, I would certainly alert the authorities. But the first time, I would just say stop it.
Yeah, like I said, I would like Michael Brady Jr. to set a precedent and press charges on this sister.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that.
I mean, if the sister felt a certain way about Michael Brady Jr., you just woman up, put him to the side, and tell him how you feel as a woman. And it's up to him if he's interested or not. And if you say yeah, then okay. And if you say no, then okay. Move on with your life. You just don't grab him. I mean, like that, especially on live stream. So the sister was completely dead as wrong out of pocket. So
yes, she was. Yes.
So now it's time for the main event. Basically, the weekly playoff thoughts. I mean, we all thinking the same thing. The finals is over with, but I guess we just put your thoughts in on how the Celtics are going to be the 2024 NBA champions, and how the Mavericks got to go back to the drawing board.
Jay, you want to go first?
Man, it's sad, man. I'm a Sixers fan, so I don't want Boston to win. But I will say this: shout out to Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown though, and he's a dog. I wanted him so bad on the Sixers.
Oh yeah, Jaylen Brown.
Boston, yeah, I love Jaylen Brown. It's going to be real tough for the East the next several years because the Boston isn't even playing like unbelievably spectacular for the playoffs. But now that Jaylen Brown and that Jason Tatum are going to get a ring, they'll kind of have that monkey off that back. I think they'll probably play a little bit more free. They know how to play together. They're going to be a really good team. I don't think at this point, unless Milwaukee makes a move, and I don't think Milwaukee's going to make a big move. I don't think that Dame and Giannis are enough to beat Jaylen Brown now and Tatum, even though they're not playing particularly well, they play well as a team. But I'm saying I don't think Lillard being a smaller guard. If the Sixers are able to get a free agent, whether that be, I would prefer one of the younger free agents, whether it be Miles Bridges or I think they're both going to resign. We're not going to get them. What's his name from New Orleans, from Duke? Brandon
Ingram.
Brandon Ingram. I don't want any of the old guys. I wouldn't want LeBron. I don't want any of them. But if we could get a solid free agent, we might have a chance if Embiid was healthy for a playoffs. Only if Embiid was healthy of beating them, but that's unlikely. So I think Boston's really going to own the East for the next 3-4 years. It's going to be a problem. It sucks. I mean, like I said, I'm happy for Jaylen Brown, but I can't stand Boston.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, they.
Well, you know what, Jay? I say this right here. The only team that can challenge the Celtics is the Knicks. But Tom Thibodeau has to take his foot off the gas to let these guys get rest. He can't just play the same guys 40 minutes a game. He has to trust his bench. If Tom Thibodeau trusts his bench, trusts the depth that the GM has provided him, the Knicks to give the Celtics a run.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
thought was going to...
That's why they lost the Pacers, because they ran out of gas. But
but you know what, Gerald? That's how I thought it was going to be the Eastern Conference Finals against.
It should have been. It should have been Celtics Knicks, but they ran out of gas because Thibodeau played the same players 40+ minutes.
Yeah, he was doing that to the Bulls when
that's his drawback. That's his one drawback as a coach. He don't trust his bench. He needs to, because the Knicks have plenty depth. So I won't say they own the East, but that's the only thing.
Do the Knicks have room to sign somebody next year? I mean, what?
But they got depth though. I mean, you see their roster 1 to 10, they are pretty deep.
Yep.
Brunson and Randall are a good dude. I mean, the Villanova connection, Brunson, Hart, and DiVincenzo was good. They got good center combination. Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein. They got Bogdanovich. They got Alec Burks. They have.
You want to keep Randall or get rid of Randall?
I think Randall. You know what? I think Randall is a good second option because you need a second option. Russell is your number one, then Randall number two. So I wouldn't have Randall number one, but number two, he'd be fine. So yeah. But again, that's all Coach Thibodeau. He has to stop playing guys 40+ minutes a game. He has to realize it's a marathon, not a sprint.
I agree.
I think the Knicks are missing something to be able to win. I like Brunson and them, but to be able to beat Boston, especially after Boston wins this year. Boston's really put on a really nice defensive clinic, both with, obviously Porzingis only played 1.5 games, but even without him, they're playing Luka semi straight up. They are coming with help, but they're not like having these hard double teams. They're playing them with Jaylen Brown. They're playing them with a little bit with Holiday, and then Holiday will guard
Kyrie.
Will guard Kyrie. So people made the mistake last year of getting on him on Holiday for letting Jimmy Butler blow him up. But I looked last night and I was like, and anyone who knows how to hoop knows that, like, if you're 6'7", which Jimmy Butler is listed at, and you weigh 220 pounds, and you're going up against a 6'4", 6'3" guy who you weigh 20 pounds more than, and you have triple threat game, catch, shoot in the post, turn around, face up.
Oh, Jimmy got that.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Little small guys can't guard you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how good you are as a smaller guy. If you know how to do that, if you know how to catch, turn, face, use the triple threat, use your strength. There's no way Holiday. But in saying all that, Holiday is redeeming himself. Not that he needed to redeem himself against a guard that he should have some more success. Someone who can't out-strengthen. He can stay in front of him a little bit. They're doing an excellent job, and then the other guys are just giving good help and good rim protection. Dallas is done. There's nothing Dallas can do. I didn't think they were going to win last night, and I would be surprised if they somehow. I would be surprised. I don't know what they could do. They did put Hardaway in last night, but Hardaway didn't do anything.
Well, the one thing I can see they could do is like speed up the game. But Luka plays so Luka's style, he plays so slow. Because I know it's when Luka bring the ball up, like he walked the ball up, he actually give Boston a chance to set their defense. Their defense already in place. I say probably switch up the pace a little bit. Maybe they could do it with Kyrie. Playing point guard, like have him because Kyrie has the ability to play fast. He does have the ability to play fast. But if
But
you
you don't think Boston can match that ability to play fast?
I mean, no, I ain't saying they can't, but I'm just trying to figure out what adjustments that the Mavericks can make, to kind of like, change they, to put some murky worlds in the Celtics defense, because the way they're playing now, it's kind of like, Boston is having enough time to set up on defense when Lucas is bringing the ball up instead of pushing it.
Yeah, you know what? They did a lot of talking on how, last night, Luca, sets the pace, and he set a bad pace, not only with, his complaining about fouls and lack of fouls, but
Yeah,
also he was on defense out of position a lot of times. They said that the surface blown by him 60% of the time. So basically, he's just a statue out there when he's not on defense being out of position. So basically, he's playing bad defense. He's complaining when he's not getting the foul calls he think he deserves. So he set the bad pace. Also, I think
yeah, yeah,
another reason I think Dallas is about to lose too, because Kyrie didn't show up to last night. The first two games, he was moving out the building. It's really not affected the first two games. He finally shows up last night. At this point,
last night he was cooking.
he finally showed up. Like I said, when Lucas set the bad pace, when he's complaining about fouls and bad defense,
Yeah,
that allowed Boston to get back in the game. Because remember, Dallas was up 15 the first quarter. They should have kept that up,
yeah.
but they lost pace, and then Boston kept on inching back in, and that at the verge of going to the way. Truthfully, I do think Dallas will win tomorrow, and then
Yeah, I think
Boston
that.
will close them out on Monday. So that's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah,
Well, what did you see? You see, Jay Kidd, call timeout. He ended the Dallas run. Boston didn't end the run. Jay Kidd did. He called timeout. That's crazy. Why would you stop a run? Like, they were on a 20 to something run in the first half. That's when Boston turned it around. He stopped. They were on a run, and he stopped the run.
I'm gonna get the benefit of the doubt to say he might want to get his players some rest. Even though he probably should have called a timeout, I'm gonna say somebody I think what's called a breather.
Right.
If you're on a run, you're not tired. Or you can still sub people in. You just don't call timeout.
You got to remember. Luca is never the best shape, so he's never the best shape.
Right.
So he can always use a breather every now and then.
Man, if you're hot and you're on a run, you don't.
Yes,
you don't feel,
I agree.
You're not feeling tired with the crowd.
I
there,
agree.
with the crowd,
I agree, but I agree, Jay. I agree with you saying. I just can't blame Jason Kidd because I think he's doing what he can with the roster that he's given. It's just a Boston roster is more versatile, especially when Porzingis plays. When Porzingis played the first two games, it was no contest. The other reason Dallas had a chance because Porzingis didn't play. If Porzingis plays all four games, Boston sweeps. So it's just that Porzingis, did what he could. So that's
you know what, Gerald. You know what? Dallas should have won that game last night, but I'm gonna be honest, like that Luka foul, the last fight guy was very dumb. It's like you cannot afford not to be on the court in the last 4 minutes of game. It was I think during that time just a 1-point game. You have to be on the court.
Yeah, they showed too. Also as well, all the no fouls he was doing. Not that last one, but a few of the ones he had before. His first and second foul were pretty stupid. Like, what are you fouling for? Stupid fouls. He put up the fouls that's pretty stupidly too.
The one thing Luke got to understand, like, if you get beat, you gotta rely on your big man to protect the paint. If you get beat, you get beat. You don't. That's what Lively and Gaffer there for. You gotta let them protect the paint.
I think I mentioned this to you. Like 2 weeks ago, Gerald. I know it sounds crazy, but it's very much like and don't get me wrong, the NBA and playing at LA Fitness are totally different. But when you go out and you play, and you identify the players who can't shoot or can't play make, then you lean off them. And that's essentially what Boston is doing. That's what's really happening. So it doesn't matter if Dallas gets out to a big lead. Every time they come down, they're taking a difficult shot because they're not they're only paying attention mostly to Luka, but and a little bit and also a little Kyrie as well. Not a little, more than a little to Kyrie, where people actually, but they're not. They're coming off their men. So every time that Luka and that Kyrie go in there, even if it's not a rim protector there, or be Jaylen Brown blocking the shot, it's not. They're literally Derek Jones Jr. Obviously, they had a great 6 games before this where they were hitting threes, but they're not playmakers once they get the ball. You saw what's his name, and I apologize for messing up his name. The tall white guy, really Gafford, not Gafford.
Cleaver, Maxi Cleaver.
Maxi Cleaver. I mean, he couldn't do anything. He didn't shoot it. He wouldn't try to shoot a 3. He did have an injury earlier. So when you have plays like that, other people can just lean off their men and they can collapse on both Luka and on Kyrie. And and they're not double teaming them. When I say collapse, I don't mean
they
collapse.
blitzing them.
Say it again.
I said I seen some plays with Luka and they was blitzing them. Like when he come off them screens, they was blitzing them.
Boston was blitzing them?
Yeah, they was blitzing them. Like, pretty much when you try to set the screens and call for a screen, like come off that screen. It's
at the end of quarters or like during the heat of the game?
Just sporadically during the game. It's not every play, but I know they did blitz them when you come off them screens.
I'd have to go back and look. I didn't think they were blitzing them that much, but I would have to go back and look. I did watch a good part of the games, but when it got to be a blowout, I get a little bit heated, even though last night was close.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask a question. So, Jason Kidd said earlier in the series that that we all assumed that Jason Tatum was a number one, a best player, but Jason Kidd said that Jaylen Brown is actually Boston's best player. Between Tatum and Brown, who do you think is Boston's best player?
I'm gonna say Brown, man. Only because he's more, especially in the finals, he's showing that he's more consistent. With Tatum, he'll have some good games, but he'll have some sloppy ones. Like that first game, he had 6 turnovers. He said that was nerves. Which is understandable, but. The next game, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he even scored 20 points. And he shot bad from the field in Boston. Both games in Boston, he shot bad from the field. You look at Jaylen Brown, what I'm saying, he was doing this thing, the first game, second game, and definitely yesterday on both ends, So to me, I'm gonna go with Jaylen Brown because he's the more consistent player. Not saying Tatum is not a good player or a great player, but Jaylen Brown is more consistent in my eyes.
I mean, Jay Brown is my guy. I love Jay Brown, but at the same time, I think that it's another one of the leftover and much I still love the 80s, 90s tropes of there has to be the guy on the team. I think that I know that Jaylen Brown is certainly playing better right now, although Tatum had a great game last night, and he did a lot of other things in the series. I just, I understand why people would say Tatum, he's 6'10", he has a bag and all those things. I wouldn't, if you think he's better, I get it. I think Jaylen Brown sees different coverages than he sees, but once again, I would need to go back and look. I'm just getting that from hearsay. I haven't really watched closely at the coverage in terms of the difference of where they play or where the defense is focused. But I believe this series mostly it's been focused more on Tatum. My favorite out of the two is certainly Jaylen Brown. But I just think that this team is playing the Detroit team, or like they're all. Tatum could still win MVP. He could have 35 points. He could still win MVP. And so could Jaylen Brown. Who do I think is absolutely better? Oh man, I think that as much as we don't like to say it, it's kind of fluid. Like there's times where Jaylen Brown is better. There's times where Tatum is better. Who would I take if they were trading them? I mean, it was 3 years ago. I mean, I had faith, and I believe Jaylen Brown could always be a star. I just like him, but I don't know that it's exactly true. But I think they're equal players. I just like Jaylen Brown better.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess to me, I'm sorry. I guess to me, if I would decide who's better, if they were to play 1-on-1, who I think would win. That's what I think is better. So if Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown play the game 1-on-1, at the end of the day, I would go with Tatum. I think Boston has a 1A and a 1B. Nothing wrong with that. They got a 1-2 punch, but I think Tatum is 1A, Brown is 1B.
Oh, so if you think about, you can't base it on a 1-on-1 game though. 1-on-1.
Well, I mean,
5-5.
Everybody got different. Everybody got has different measures of what determines a player to be better. What I want to think is, I mean, it don't have to be true, but to everybody, but to me, I think that would help. If they play 1-on-1. I think in the day, I think Tatum is slightly better than Brown. I like both. I like both guys, but I think Tatum is slightly better. That's why I would say he's the 1A, Brown's the 1B. At that height, Tatum is a little bit longer, a little bit better than Brown. Just a little bit.
So let me try. So who do you think would win 1-on-1 Magic Johnson versus Tracy McGrady?
Ooh. I might have to give T-Mac the slight edge because he plays a little more defense than Magic.
Right, and who's a better player?
Ooh. I mean, overall, I think Magic's a better player. He's a better passer. A better passer, smarter player. Yeah.
I see what Jay getting at.
I see you get that too, Jay. Yeah. I see you get that too. I see you get that too.
But like I said, I'm already. I mean,
but
I get it.
But the question is, who is a better player between the two? So how would two guys decide who's the better player if they play 1-on-1?
Ooh. It's tough. Like Tatum has a better bag. He does, but just Jaylen Brown has that coast to coast game.
Yeah.
He just
I'm not knocking either guy.
Defense.
I don't have either guy on the Bulls ASAP. It's just
Right.
I think Tatum is slightly better.
We'll see, but just because let's say I think like they could pass each other like back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 1A and 1B. That's what I'm saying. 1A and 1B. They don't have Boston don't have a 1 and 2. They got a 1A and a 1B.
Right.
But I want to say is the unique thing about Boston is with their team. I think you talked about this earlier before the podcast started, Gerald. It's like they got a lot of people on their team that can make contributions and also have been that's have a lot of experience. Yes. Compared to Dallas, where you got players, that's their first time in the finals, and they don't have they haven't been that deep before, like Lively and Gaffer and them, Bulls fighting Derrick Jones, Tim Hardaway, they don't have that deep playoff run experience like
Tim Hardaway Jr. by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Tim Hardaway Jr.
Father's a legend. Yeah, his father's that's new legend, Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
So also down to Boston, let's give kudos to Al Horford. He has played the most games without winning the championship. So once Boston wins the title, he will be off that list. And I'm thinking if Big Al may retire if they win the championship.
That'd be good for him.
It'd be good for Big Al,
but get another ring.
I don't know.
definitely
He's
come
playing
back and
since
try to run it back and win
2007.
again.
Big Al is 30. Is 38. I mean, I don't know how long he's gonna be playing. So I mean, if Big
Good
Al
God.
retires, if Big Al retires, who would you think should replace him?
I mean, I don't think Boston would want him if he thinks he can play one more year. I don't. After they win the champion, when they
He's
win
gonna
the
retire
championship,
eventually. So if not this year, the next year, Big Al gonna retire soon. He's 38.
right? Okay. Oh, that's what you're saying. I get it.
Well, they got the don't they got the replacement? You know, Porzingis. He right
No,
there.
Porzingis is the
Porzingis
starter.
is
I hope it is the backup. So basically, they need a backup B. So that's what hopefully it is not a backup B. Porzingis is the starter.
What they you know they got that dude they got from Memphis. What's his name? Tillman.
Xavier Tillman.
Yeah,
he's not the. You think he can be the everyday backup?
Right. Can he fill the void of Al Horford? That's what I'm saying.
No.
Can he fill Al Horford shooting?
No way.
Oh wait a minute, Porzingis started. My bad, man. You know I'm thinking about he starts. So scratch that. Man, but shoot, Al Horford been in the league since y'all remember Joe Johnson and Josh Smith when he was with
He been in the league since 2007. Yes, I know. He been in the league since 22. Since he been in the league since I was 22, but now I'm 39. So he been in the league damn near 17 years. So he gonna retire soon.
Yeah, they don't have a replacement for him on the roster currently. And I don't know what.
So they gotta have somebody. They gotta bring somebody in to eventually take over his role.
They're gonna need a starter because Porzingis is gonna get injured all the time. They need someone who can a high level.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
High level backup because Porzingis may not. I don't know what his contract looks like, but I don't think they're gonna bring him back after his first contract.
But Boston, like I said, I don't see nobody in the East really, threatening them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if Al Horford leaves, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they can keep Drew Holiday, that's another good pickup for him, Drew Holiday.
They be saying Drew Holiday. They be saying Drew Holiday. No, they be saying Drew Holiday. 4 years, 136 million.
Okay.
Drew Holiday will be around. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh, sure. I think Boston is solid. You know, there's a center that can because that's how Al Horford plays, right? Center, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Center, power forward. Yeah.
Yeah, but they get big guys.
Okay,
they can stretch the floor. They can get big guys.
All right. So I'm looking at the top free agent centers. Nick Claxton. I mean, he plays good defense and rebound, but he really don't.
He can't shoot no threes.
Isaiah Hurst
right?
the Nick should we signed him.
Yeah.
Hurst said no.
But what did Al?
I'm looking at bigs that can shoot.
What did Al shoot from 3 this year? Because they might not see the pick and pop guy. If Al didn't shoot a high percentage.
Let me look it up and see.
Oh, he said Valanciunas?
He did, but he can't shoot it.
Shoot, Al Horford, he's always good from that corner.
Except when he was with the Sixers.
Valanciunas
is terrible for us.
30% of 3. He's
Boston.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's actually third on the center list. He's actually third on the center list. Valanciunas. He shot 30% for 3.
You said 30%?
Yeah, that's not bad for a center. I mean,
you know what?
Dario Saric. Would you say
if he's shooting 30% from 3, I don't know. I won't warm out there too much. Now I want close to the basket. I don't know.
Okay, let me see. Power forwards. Let me see free agent power forwards that could probably come and place me there. I mean, if y'all can sign Miles Bridges, if Miles Bridges could be convinced to go to Boston,
oh my goodness!
Oh, that'd be a terror. Miles Bridges.
Oh, they got Tobias Harris number 3. I don't want no part of Tobias Harris.
You can see we doing the same 60 times. That's why.
Yeah, he like
Nick
everybody in Philly
Batum?
wants him going. They're so happy he's gone.
Nah.
I like
Ooh.
Tobias, but he had a very bad end of the season.
Yeah. I mean,
He's an alright player, but he get paid too much for the production he does. For the production he does, he's way overpaid. That's the problem. Like he's a 3 player, get paid like a 5 player, basically.
I mean, man,
Yeah.
I don't really know that's all out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. That's what I was saying. Like Tillman, he's solid. He'll rebound, and
Yeah.
he could be a stretch forward.
Can he? He can shoot. I know he
He
made
gonna
that 1-3 last night, but does he generally shoot like that?
I mean, he was doing
He
good
gonna
with
have to.
Memphis. When I saw him play on Memphis, he was doing good with
Okay.
Memphis.
I
I
don't
can
know.
see him.
I don't think the person on the roster. They would have to find somebody out there and to fill in that spot.
Okay.
Boston's
I
going to
got
be
the
tough for a
guy.
long time.
I got the guy Boston should get. Bo.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, he a free agent?
Yes.
Bobo's bounced around. It's a
Boston
shame. I'd
can be
love to see
convinced.
Bobo be good.
Man, but
Boston
you know
could be
what?
convinced to get him. Boston.
I would
Yeah,
love to see Bobo do well, but I don't know. I think Bobo, unfortunately, he may not get a real shot. I think he might be. He'll be in the NBA for a long time, but I don't know if he'll ever get like a real shot to be.
All he needs is for C to give him a chance. That's all he needs. C to give him a chance. He hasn't really got a chance.
And you know what? That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say, Jay. You took words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say, like, the Suns didn't give enough playing time. You know what I'm saying? Because Bobo could be used in that Minnesota series where he could have helped them.
I'm playing over leverage for certain.
I'm not gonna lie. I've only seen like Bobo highlights. I never like really sat and watched his game to see whether he deserves.
Bobo is solid to me, man. Bobo is solid.
I'm not saying Bobo is a superstar. I'm not saying he should be a franchise player. I'm saying as a backup big that can play 15, 20 minutes.
Solid.
He can do that.
A very solid big man to me.
Yes.
He can pass. He can run the floor. He can block shots. He got speed.
Yeah. He can shoot for 3.
And that's what I was gonna say. He can shoot for 3. I think the Suns used him. I think the Suns used him incorrectly, to be honest.
Boston should bring in Bobo to back up Porzingis, and that's your backup big to play 15, 20 minutes.
That'd be dangerous, though. That'd be dangerous because I can see him fitting right in the Boston system. To be honest, that'd be dangerous. It's like,
yeah,
man.
Look at these other guys. Davis Bertans.
I don't know that Bobo is willing to do the same thing as Horford does. I don't know if he's that smart a player. I mean, a lot of it.
Nobody's saying he's gonna replace Al Horford entirely, but I'm saying the backup big that could.
But he'd be a solid backup. He'd be a solid backup.
Come in for Porzingis play 15, 20 minutes, play solid basketball, and sit there.
What do you think he can do? What do you think Bobo can do besides shoot threes that Horford does?
He defends. He's long. He
defends too. Yes.
He can block shots.
Hold on. He's a rim protector. He's a rim protector defender or an on-ball defender.
No, rim protector. I seen games where Bobo block. I seen games where Bobo block shots.
Right, but that's the opposite. Al's a on-ball defender. Bobo's a rim is not an on-ball defender. It's totally different. He's not good at on-ball defense.
He's not gonna do what Al Horford does entirely, but he can replace the production of a backup big and come in for Porzingis, play 15, 20 minutes to sit there. You ain't gotta like turn around over for that. For backup big production.
And to me, the way the Boston is constructed, they don't need him for on-ball defense. They don't need him for that. Because they already got enough on-ball defenders.
Who at the center is an on-ball defender?
You don't need.
What's that?
I was gonna say, well, the way Boston plays and constructed, they don't need a center to be a on ball defender. You know, if by Bobo being a rim protector, that'd be enough.
Is Bobo a good? I mean, I know he's tall and I know he's there. I mean, I guess naturally, I don't know.
I seen him block some shots. That's what I'm saying. I seen him block some shots.
But even like the basketball IQ, like like Al will come out and set a screen, and then he'll slip it and get a layup.
Nobody said
Bobo doesn't.
Nobody said Bobo gonna do Al Horford.
It's gonna replace Al
Horford. They're gonna play Al Horford. He's just gonna come in, be that backup big. He's gonna come in. He's gonna play some solid defense, shoot the occasional 3-pointer. Play his role, sit there.
Right.
We're gonna be the starter team. It's gonna be a backup big.
Right, and then you gotta think about it too. Hold on, you gotta think about it too. With the Boston system, they would teach him the Boston system.
But we're talking about what he's going to do if he's coming off. Like I don't think he's a very good defensive rebounder, but that's a part of defense. So that takes that out. He's not a good on-ball defender. He can shoot a three. He has a bag. He has a bag like and stuff, but like I don't know if he can do like even as a come in and hit those stats on night to night.
I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here. His father played the game, at a somewhat decent level. So he learned something from his father. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna get him down on that. So he has the IQ from his father. So he knows how to play the game. Nobody saying he's gonna be the starter team, but he could be a contributor, a backup center, play 15.
Yeah,
20.
I mean
That's
he's
all
solid.
I'm saying.
He's solid to me.
Yes.
He don't need.
Nobody saying superstar. I'm saying backup big contributor to a team.
Right.
He's more than the scrub.
Right.
No, I don't think
he's a
scrub. I like Bobo, but I don't know with Porzingis without a backup guy who's a little bit different. Not another thin guy who isn't a great on-ball defender. You know what I mean? I don't know if that.
You got to remember, Jay. You got to remember free agency. A lot of guys are keeping their players. A lot of guys are trying to give Boston another great player to work with. They got enough of them already.
But remember,
I'm trying to see what's available.
But Porzingis is going to be injured, so he's going to have to play big minutes. So that 15 minutes a night isn't going to work with Porzingis as a starter. You're going to have to play more minutes. When you come in as a center for Boston as a backup, you're going to be expected to play some solid minutes. More than
I'll put it like this. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw something else at you. Well, if you alternate the minutes between Tillman and Bobo, that can work. Just just assuming that Tillman's still gonna be on the team. I don't know
Tillman's
what's happening
also
with
free
his
agent
contract.
too. He also free agent too. So Boston will have to resign him.
Oh, okay. But if you get another side big with Bobo's alternate minutes, that solved the problem right there. He ain't got.
Okay. All right. Jake Greedy. Here's a guy that's free agent that I'm pretty sure y'all like, Nick Claxton. So would y'all take Bobo or Nick Claxton?
Nick Claxton.
Can he shoot a three?
Nick Claxton don't shoot threes. He plays. He sets screens, plays good defense. He rebounds. He's around the paint. He's
that's what I thought.
Got shooting range more around the paint. So he will provide, rebounding, defense, occasional putback score.
I mean, rebounding is a plus. I can see where it'll work for Nick Claxton, but the thing is, it depends on how what players they're gonna have when they pick up Nick Claxton, because the way that they offense, they always have like a stretch 5 or stretch 4, to knock down that 3. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too. Yeah, and that's also the thing too. Nick Claxton is gonna get a big contract, so Boston can't really afford to pay Nick Claxton, especially the backup big. Nick Claxton's going to command 10, 15 million a year. So I'm going to pay him 10, 15 million a year. Right. So Boston can't afford. I'm talking about what Boston can afford and what Boston can put in their rotation. And Bobo is the best out there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Especially if they, for the money, yeah.
I'm talking about maybe a 2-year, $15 million deal. You can get that to Bobo. $7.5 million a year, be your backup big for 2 years.
I mean, third string big, sure. The backup big with Porzingis as your starter. I mean, if you had like Patrick Ewing or Embiid or not Embiid.
Okay. All right, Jay, look at all the major sitters and tell me who would you take over my name Nick Claxton? Who's gonna get a big deal? So Nick Claxton's gonna get a big deal. Isaiah Hartenstein, more than likely is gonna be signed with the Knicks. Jonas Valanciunas. I don't see him going to Boston. I know Valanciunas is probably better than Bobo, but I don't see him going to Boston.
Right.
You
but
got
the problem is whoever is behind Bobo, what's his name is going to surpass him. He's going to take his minutes.
Yeah.
But shoot, Bobo never been on a team that he had got a real shot at minutes. You know, he never played a lot of minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Orlando, he played.
Yeah. Right.
He got minutes in Orlando.
But that was one case. You know what I'm saying? You know, we talking about recently. You know, he hasn't been getting a whole lot.
Wagner. Yeah. Andre Drummond. I mean, I like Andre, but I wouldn't take him over Bobo at this stage.
No. Not for not for Boston. I'm saying
Jalen Smith. Yeah. Right. Dario Saric, Precious Achua. Toronto gonna keep him. Goja Badez, Drew Hicks, Daniel Theis, Mason Plumlee, James Wiseman. I mean, look at these centers. Luke Cornett. Bismack Biyombo.
Plumlee can play a little
Bismack can still block shots. Who?
Plumlee can play a little bit as a
Mason Plumlee? Yeah. But the Clippers could probably go re-sign him more than likely. So I'm thinking that Boston's going to probably sign Xavier Tillman. They should sign Bobo to play with him.
Yeah, I think it will work out, you know what I'm saying? Because Boston is a deep team, first of all. They're a deep team, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they got enough on-ball defenders, you know, to me, on the court at all times. So, you know, they ain't going to need Bobo to be a on-ball defender.
Exactly. All they need to do is, like I said, just hit the occasional three, play some solid defense, rebound. Just be a presence out there. You know, I mean, that's 7'2", 7'3". He could definitely be a presence at that size.
Yeah. You know, I think that's something, what you just said, that's something he's capable of doing if given a real shot. You know, exactly. That's the only problem, Bobo.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. When you're 7'2", 7'3", you can't help but get 2-3 blocks a game on size alone. Just put your arm out with a shot.
Right.
Bam, that's a block.
Right.
Really can't beat that at all. So yeah, so I would go with Bobo, especially over some of the other guys on this list. Who want to go sign elsewhere, but also
you made a great
who
point.
Also, too, don't have the shooting range that he does on offense.
Right. Yeah, you made a great point. You know, somebody who's going to stretch the floor out is always a plus, and they're going to rebound defense. Like I said, he's capable of doing all that without Boston Celtics breaking the bank. I mean, breaking the bank. You know, they don't have to break the bank for Bobo either.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. So let's get to guys we feel bad for, and let's start with Marcus Smart. I mean, he was the heart and soul of the team for years. And for them to find with a championship while Marcus is traded is obviously disappointing to him, because Boston was down, but Marcus Smart, I mean, he really kept him up with his, his play, but also his attitude, his ferocity. He kept that franchise up when it was at the lowest point. And they're going to win the championship without him is, no disappointing to him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it sucks for him. He'd like to be there and win the championship, but if they had him, they may not. Well, this year they probably still would win. But he had a great career in Boston. He's still making money in Memphis. They should have a pretty good team. He may have a shot at winning the championship. I'm sure he'd love to be there with his guys for sure. But that happens. He's in the NBA.
Okay. I mean, call me doom and gloom, but I just don't trust John Morant's decision making. So I just don't see it with the championship in Memphis.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Morant, great player, man, but he be doing some crazy stuff off the court, and all that stuff, I don't know with that, you know what I'm saying? I would like to see it, I like to see Memphis make a deep run, at least get to the second round at least, but who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Joe,
I don't feel bad for Marcus Smart though.
huh?
I don't
I
feel
do.
bad for Marcus Smart.
I do because he was the heart and soul of that team. That franchise was down at
Oh
certain points,
yeah,
and he kept them up.
he
I mean, I
sure
like Marcus
did.
Smart. I had no problem with him. I just,
Yeah, I mean, I do. So it's my show. I'm saying I feel bad for the guy because he kept them up and size they were down. And to me, he should still be there. But I know it's part of the business. Yeah. So Joe Mazzulla is a good coach, but to me, this is kind of like when
Ume
the
Udoka.
yeah, when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl with John Gruden, it was Tony Dungy's team. It was a team Tony Dungy built up from the ground up. And to me, this team got their defensive intensity. They got their ferocity from Ime Udoka. Yeah, I know Ime actually has caused them to be fired. I guess just finally so. But Joe Mazzulla, all he did was just put the cream on the top of the cake that Ime Udoka baked, in my opinion.
You know what? I'm gonna say something to that. I want your opinion on that. It's just like when Mark Jackson built up the Warriors and Steph Curry just took over what was already
Steve
there.
Kerr, yes, you
I
can
mean,
say
yeah,
that.
Steve Curry took over what was already there.
You can say something similar to that because Mark Jackson gave the Warriors their defensive identity. He was the one who put the splash pad together. The only thing
Exactly.
Steve the only thing Steve Kerr did was put in Draymond Green start lineup with David Lee. That's the only thing Steve Kerr did. Everything else was done by Mark Jackson.
Yep.
And it made gave this team this defensive identity. He gave them the skills to go out there and win. And all Joe Mazzulla did because he was the assistant of Dicker, so all he did was just give the team the plate. And that it made
Yeah.
already cooked the meal, in my opinion. So I know it actually caused him to be gone, but I do feel bad for him. He won't be coaching them to a championship. Because
Right.
down there in Houston, I mean, when Dylan Brooks is one of your best players, you have to rely on him. Now you ain't win no championship, but he can take solace in the fact that he's an NBA coach. He was once with D'Lo, and he once played in the league, so he can take solace in that. But he won't be a NBA champion.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of guys that Boston Jensen on the way to championship. Greg Williams, the Williams combination, Greg Williams, Robert Williams, Michael Brogdon. Trying to think of a few
Oh
others.
yeah, Rob
Yeah,
Williams. Yeah, that's another one.
because last year Michael Brogdon was 6 man a year for Boston. They shipped him out to get Drew Holiday, so the 6 man a year. Who's still been a contributor. Gone. So, and I guess the NBA is true. Everybody that goes to the journey with you will be there when you finish. It's just part of the business. Yeah. So and let's finish on Dallas. What would you suggest Dallas add to get rid of to maybe win the championship instead of just being on the verge of being swept or legitimately swept out the playoffs?
Luka has to play defense. Learn how to play defense. Get in better shape. Play some better D. Get smarter on D. He's a great
Yeah.
athlete on offense. He needs to find a way to use the smarts to be a great athlete on defense. Simple as
Well,
that.
yep. And other thing for Luca, he got to find ways to be able to speed up the game at certain points. You know what I'm saying? Because when you always playing slow, the defense can easily they can easily set their defense on you. You know what I'm saying? When you always walking the ball up the court, you know, I think you gotta get better at that too. You know, speeding up the game.
Yeah, you're right about that. I agree with both. Luca, I agree with you, Jay, and most of all, Luca does need to get in better shape and start the year instead of waiting till the season to get in shape. Coming into the season out
Yeah.
overweight, out of shape, playing his way into shape during the season. You need to come in and start the year in shape and needs to play defense from the first practice, even the first day, the first practice, the dedicated set, play defense because attitude plays leadership. If his teammates see Luca engaged in defense from the first practice, the team will be engaged in two as well. So Kyrie's
Right.
doing what he's supposed to be doing. Jason Kidd he's supposed to be doing. I mean, I guess if they can add another shooter somehow, then I can see Dallas being back in the mix next year.
Yeah. I was gonna
So
say it too.
yeah,
Another bona fide shooter. Yeah, they need that.
yeah. And one last question: do either of you, when it comes to Lakers,
I mean, it would be fun to coach the Lakers, but I mean, if I was would I take it over other jobs? Not, I mean, I would take. Yeah, it'd be great to coach the Lakers. You're just not going to be there for a long time. Seeing LeBron and AD are probably have 2 years left there. Well,
Yeah.
stuff. Who knows if you can stay around? But I mean, for the right money, of course, you would take it.
yeah, the
Well,
Lakers, the Lakers are here rock bottom. I mean, nothing against UConn and college basketball, but Dan Hurley turned down the Lakers 6-year offer worth $70 million to show the Lakers job and coaching LeBron is all hyped up as it's supposed to be.
man, yeah, exactly. You know, that's what I was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're gonna be a coach there, you know, you gotta deal with the things that come with coaching LeBron. and that's a tall task within itself.
Yeah, you are right about that. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. You know what it is. So Jay, what's your social media?
Jay Boyd. Oh man, I forgot. I have to get myself. I have to get myself media stuff down. I don't have anything right now.
All right, agree.
The same thing. YouTube, Grease Sports Talk, Facebook, Grease Sports Talk. You know, you can find me on either platform.
All right, yes, sir. You can find me on Facebook, Gerald M. Britts, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. My 2 cents on it. For Jay, unapologetically bored, Greedy Sports Talk. I am Gerald, and that was our 2 cents on it. Have a good night. And for all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. All the
Yes,
fathers,
sir.
stepfathers, uncles, grandfathers, dead for their kids. Enjoy your day. We're back next week. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Yeah.